Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we will start the lecture of science. That is unit number 1, classification of living thing. You know that about the classification of living thing. Yes, we classified the things. In one group. Okay, similar things maintain in one group. Okay, and non-similar things maintain in one group. That is a classification of a living thing. There are main two classification of living things, plants and animals. Okay, you will reading that chapter yourself, and after that you will come to 15 page number, and the first question, encircle the correct option. You will also do it yourself. After that you will write the short answers on your science notebook. First you will make a folder, and you will write on that folder revision of science unit number 1, classification of living things. Then the second page used for the give short answers. First question is a define classification of living things. So, you will have also the reading yourself, and so that first question, define the classification of living things. And so the answer of that question is first short question. The answer of that one, grouping of living organisms on the basis of similarities and the differences in their characteristics is called the classification of living things. Very good. That is the answer of first question. And the second question is, describe the need and importance of classification. Describe the need and importance of classification. And the answer of that question is classification of living things is essential for making their study easier. Yes, classification also is essential for the study easier. If we want to study of plants, then we find out the group of plants. If we want to study of animals, then we find out the study of group of animals. And next one, if we want to study of a bacteria, plants, animals, fungi, so what on, so microbacterium, microorganisms, then we study separately in that groups. All right. During classification, scientists examine the characteristics of an unfamiliar organisms and find its proper group. Okay. Why we study in classification? Because we can know about the nature, about the characteristics, about the characteristics and advantage and disadvantage of that animals and plants easily. Okay. And third one question is what are mammals? You know what are mammals? Yes, mammals have feathers on their bodies. Mammals all animals who have the fur on their bodies and feeding their babies, they are called mammals. Okay, mammals. That answer will be human beings, cows, goats, horses, tigers, cats, rabbits, etc. belong to a group of vertebrates called mammal. Okay, that is called the vertebrates because they have a backbone. Backbone support our body, and backbone is very essential for our body. Okay, and that is examples. Okay, that is examples of mammals. Okay, and the definition will be start here. Mammals have fur hair on their bodies. Babies of the mammals are fed on the mother's milk. Okay, they are feeding their baby. The young ones in mammals generally develop inside the mother's body. That is the answer of third question. And after definition, you will write the examples of that animals. What are insects? Yes, the insects are the boneless animals, backboneless animals. Mean to say that they have no backbone on their bodies. In their bodies, insects have three segments of their bodies. They have a segmented bodies. First one is thorax. Thorax mean chest, and the head and the legs. Pair of three pairs of legs. They have a They have a segmented bodies: head, thorax, and abdomen. Head, thorax, and abdomen. Yes, head, thorax, and abdomen. Abdomen mean belly. Okay. Insects. We are well known invertebrates with jointed legs. They have a jointed legs. They have segmented bodies. Okay, and ant, butterfly, cockroach, etc. are the examples of the insects. They are examples. You will also the heading of examples, and first you write they have invertebrates with joint. They are you will start they are invertebrates with jointed legs. Also you will write they have segmented bodies, and after that you will write every insect has three parts of its body. Number 1, head. Number 2, thorax. And the number 3, abdomen. Insects have 6 legs, 3 pairs of. Okay, and they have hard skeleton. They have a hard skeleton because they have no backbone in their bodies, so they have a hard skeleton. on the outside of their body. Our skeleton provides support to their bodies. So, outer skeleton provides support, okay, support to their bodies. And that is a practical work. You will also do it. First, you define the insect. That will be start. They are invertebrates with jointed legs. They have segmented bodies. After that, you will write every insect has 3 parts of its bodies: head, thorax and abdomen. Insects have 6 legs, 3 pairs. Okay, and they have hard skeleton on the outside of their body. Outer skeleton provides supports to their bodies, and that is a practical work. You will also do it, and you will write the examples of that insects: ant, butterfly, bee, cockroach, so what. And the next question is, what are the cotyledons? You know that some plants seeds have one cotyledon, and some plants have seeds have 2 cotyledons. Like 2 cotyledons, peas has 2 cotyledons, but the grams has a 1 cotyledon. Okay. Okay, students. The answer will be that question: monocot plants. Flowering plants whose seeds have a 1 cotyledon are called the monocot, and flowering plants whose seeds have 2 cotyledons are called the dicots. Mono mean one and di mean 2. Okay, plants. And the examples are oat. Okay, you eat corn. Okay, oat, wheat. You eat flour. Who make from wheat. And you will also eat rice. You know about that term. Okay, and they have veins which run parallel to each other. You will conduct only that answer of this question, flowering, and the examples. Okay, that is the answer. Thank you.